Hi, Matt with etrailer. If you have a 2023 BMW X5 and you're looking for something that's going to be very affordable, a really easy installation, and is going to get you through those light duty snow and ice situations, then the Titan chain tire chains with a rubber tensioner are going to be a great choice for you. Now we are going to have this on tire size 275 45 R20, and we're going to have this actually on the rear axle. Now you just need to make sure you turn off that rear axle when you're driving with these chains, and you should be good. Now if you're not sure if this is going to fit your vehicle, you can actually plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find the right one for you. And these chains are going to be constructed from an alloy steel, so they're going to be very durable, and they're going to have this roller link design to them. That roller link design is going to give you more of a smooth ride overall, but it's only going to be used for more so those light duty areas. And we're going to have a diagonal pattern to them. With this diagonal pattern, that's giving you more surface area than a ladder pattern chain, and that's great because that's going to give you more traction overall too. And if we look at the back, we're going to have plenty of clearance over here for our chains to sit at this point, so you should be good in that respect. And if we take a look at the center of the chains, you'll notice we have this rubber tensioner right here. This rubber tensioner is great because it actually comes with our kit. I'm a big fan of that. And what it's going to do is when your chains are on your tire, a lot of times if you're driving around, they're usually going to shift. And once they shift, they usually loosen up. This is just going to ensure that it applies tension to it the entire time so it doesn't make any contact with anything. And these are going to come two to a set with two rubber tensioners, and it's going to come with this light duty bag. And that's okay because they're light duty chains, so they shouldn't tear it up. And a lot of times I would recommend investing in a small tote to put your chains in, but these don't have a lot of spring to them, which is great because they're not going to fight you too much when you have to roll them back up, which is going to make storing them really nice in your vehicle. In my opinion, I think this is probably going to be one of my top choices when it comes to roller link style chains, just because you don't have to get on the ground to install them, and it does come with that rubber tensioner. Now we do have a lot of other styles of chains. If you want something for those more moderate snow and ice conditions, then I'd recommend any type of chain with a square link design to them. But if you're just trying to stay legal in your state, or you want something just for the light duty situations, then I think this will be a great option. Now, if you are curious to see what this installation looks like, just stay tuned. We'll walk you through the process. To begin our installation, I like to grab some gloves and lay out my chains. Grab some gloves is just going to make this a little bit easier. And what I'm looking for with my chains is to make sure there's no damages to the links themselves, and to make sure it's in the right orientation. So we want to make sure the flat side of this bracket is facing up and that you can see tire side. We also want to make sure we don't have any connections in the center, and we have this opening facing outwards. Once we've done that, we can slide this behind our tire and then push it to the other side. With it on the other side, you can wrap it around and kind of level it out. Then we can start making connections. So what the connection I like to start with is actually going to be on the back side. One side you're going to have this link, the other side you're going to have a hook. You're just going to reach up here, connect them real quick, and then kind of pull on your chain some so you can make this connection on the front side. I recommend just sticking to the first block to start off with. If we need to tighten it some more, we can do that later on. Then I recommend just pulling up some so you have a little bit more slack at the bottom. This one can be a little bit tricky to connect. Sometimes it gets stuck underneath your tire too. But if you kind of pull on this, you should get enough slack so you can make this bottom connection. It's going to be the same process as the top one, just this middle block going into that channel. Mine's still a little bit tight, so I'm just going to pull on it a little bit more until we can get it through there. And then at this point, we're just going to be checking our fit, making sure everything fits the way we want it to. And honestly, I think I can get this one at the top a little bit tighter. I have to work for it a little bit, but we'll be able to get it. There it is. And then we can start putting on our rubber tensioner. And the way I recommend doing this is just in a star pattern, so that tension is evenly distributed. You also want to make sure these hooks are facing away from your tire, just so they don't damage it at all. And if these do fall off, that's okay. You can just put them right back on. Really easy. Just make sure if you do have to put them back on, that thicker side goes on that rubber part there, and the thinner goes on the cable itself. And from here, just kind of rearrange these so it looks a little bit nicer. And then afterwards, you can repeat this process on the other side. Just make sure you check them both, make sure it's a fit that you like. Afterwards, just pull forward or back up some, make sure everything still looks good, and if it does, you can take it out for a ride. But that was just a look at the installation and some of the features of the Titan chain tire chains with the rubber tensioner on our 2023 BMW X5. I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.